2016 hopefuls have repeated a mantra for the last 18 months, saying they'll decide on presidential plans after the 2014 midterms. With the election now just 8 days away, is former Governor Jeb Bush tiptoeing closer to running? Over the weekend, his son, George P. Bush, who's running for office in Texas, suggested he just may be.
Is your dad going to run for president?
I think he's still assessing it.
Do you think it's more than 50%, less than 50%?
I think that it's more than likely that he's giving this a serious thought and moving forward.
More than likely that he'll run?
That he'll run. If you had asked me a few years back, I would have said it was less likely.
His grandmother doesn't think that, but interesting nonetheless. Also this weekend, Hillary Clinton and Elizabeth Warren campaigned for Massachusetts governor candidate Martha Coakley. She's struggling in Boston. Clinton, borrowing Warren-like language, struck a populist tone.
Don't let anybody tell you that, it's corporations and businesses that create jobs. You know, that old theory, trickle-down economics. That has been tried. That has failed.
Populist Hillary. Elizabeth Warren, she stumped the New Hampshire on Saturday for Democrat Jeanne Shaheen and had some fun at the expense of her 2012 opponent.
It did not cross my mind that after beating Scott Brown, that what he would do is he would pack up his pickup truck and move to his vacation home in New Hampshire. You can pack up your pickup truck, but I don't care how fast you drive it, you're not going to outrun your voting record in the United States Senate.
And another 2016 prospect stumped in two early states, Iowa and Florida, over the weekend. New Jersey Governor Chris Christie says the next president should be a governor, but should it be him?
I have made up my mind. Won't make up my mind until the beginning of next year. I've got 36 governor's races that I'm overseeing right now, in addition to a pretty busy day job. But I'm not being coy about it. I'm obviously thinking about it.
The Washington Post's chief correspondent, Dan Balls, joins me. Dan, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you, Luke.
Jeb Bush, we obviously have a statement from his press person, Christy Campbell, saying Governor Bush has not yet made a decision on whether or not he will run in 2016, but he's going to thoughtfully consider it following the 2016 midterms, make a decision late this year or the early part of next year. You talked to a lot of the same people I talked to. The establishment Republicans are yearning for Jeb Bush to get in the ring. John Boehner will talk to anybody who will listen that he would very much like to see Jeb Bush get into a GOP primary field. But with the current party going so far right, and presumably if Chris Christie gets involved, it could split up that establishment more center-right vote. Is there a real desire to see Jeb Bush there? Is it a possibility, should I say, for him to be victorious?
There certainly is in some parts of the party, and we have seen that chorus get louder as the year has gone on, and at times, as someone like Christie, who ran into problems with the Bridgegate, or other establishment figures seem to have faltered, there's been a greater call for Governor Bush to get into the race. If you look at some of the polling, we did a recent poll after Mitt Romney. If you take Mitt Romney out of the equation, he does well. If you look at the Iowa polls, he doesn't do particularly well in Iowa, and I think that highlights the problem that he would have. He has said he wants to be able to run joyfully for the presidency. Now, this is not a climate in which it's easy to be joyful about being a candidate.
Especially where he is on immigration and
education, Common Core, and a number of other issues. And so I think there is a push for him to get into it. I think he's clearly interested in it, but he has to get over those questions that he's posed for himself.
If he does run and he ends up losing, it makes it very difficult for his son to ever have national aspirations, at least within 10 to 20 years. So that's another thing to keep in mind. Hillary Clinton, striking these populist tones we saw there in Massachusetts, trying to get Martha Coakley over the finish line. She's facing some stiff headwinds. Boston Globe endorsed Charlie Baker. But Hillary Clinton changing to this populist mantra. Is she trying to sort of placate the fears of those on the real left that she has been too corporate through her latter career?
She has, and we've seen her inching in that direction through the course of the year. I mean, she began to talk about income inequality earlier this year. As you get into the fall, and if you get in, as you get close to the election, the partisan rhetoric becomes sharper, and she's reflected that. When I was was in Colorado last week. She was out campaigning for Mark Udall and John Hickenlooper, and there she struck a very strong message about women's issues. And I think that in the long time I've watched her, and we've all watched her, I thought it was one of the most explicit statements she had made about the importance of women's issues. She's obviously talked about this, but in a partisan and political sense, you can see that she's much more comfortable with that this time than she probably was in 2008 when we watched her.
Without doubt. And Dan Balls, you first covered Bush Clinton in 1992, and here we are in 2014 talking about it being a possibility in 2016. Everything old is new again. Dan Balls, thank you so much for being on the show. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Luke.
Up next, as U.S. troops